very small minute detail which might change your understanding on the Indian push-up or desi dand जिसे कहते हैं. This can also be a very effective core exercise. If the breathing is correct and if you have the right mind-muscle coordination, even 5 or 6 push-ups can be very good. Already a push-up is a plank position. You're holding yourself using your core. Already your core is kind of engaged in a push-up. But when you are doing the Saadharan dand, when you have to come back to the Parvatasana, this thing can be a very good core exercise, and it looks simple but it can be very effective. It can be like doing almost 2 crunches. If you do the breathing correct, if you do the positioning, and if you can kind of concentrate in the right way, it can be very well. So in a standard way of doing the Saadharan dand, you will be breathe in, breathe out and breathe in, because the Parvatasana is a relaxing position. Now, in order to do this like a core exercise also, we are going to make the breathing a little more complicated. I see this part from here, this part as the core exercise. Your upper body and lower body, your hands and feet are touching the ground, but you are kind of lifting up your hip using the core muscles. When you have that connection, mind-muscle connection, when you are conscious that you are using the core, that is when this can be a very effective exercise, and that is where we will change the breathing. So instead of doing breathe in, breathe out and breathe in, we will be doing breathe out, and in this position we can give a little pause. From here, breathe in, and next lifting up position will be a breathe out. So relax here, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and while breathing out I will lift my hip and engage my core and kind of try to make it tight. Remember, you are not using this momentum to kind of get your hip up. We are trying to use the core muscles and to breathe in a proper way to do it. So जो आप रेगुलर यहाँ पे सांस अंदर लेते थे और ये बाहर छोड़ते थे और वापस अंदर लेते थे, थोड़ा सा और कॉम्प्लिकेट करने के बाद यहाँ पे हमने फिर से सांस अंदर लिया, सांस बाहर छोड़ा, यहाँ पे पॉज देने के बाद एक बार रिलैक्स कीजिए, सांस अंदर लीजिए, यहाँ से सांस बाहर छोड़ते हुए ये पार्ट को ऊपर उठाना है और पेट के जितने भी मसल हैं उनको पूरा टाइट करना है, लाइक अ क्रंच, एंड रिलैक्स. यहाँ से फिर वापस सांस ले सकते हैं. ब्रीथ इन, ब्रीथ आउट, रिलैक्स, ब्रीथ इन, एंड आवर कोर एक्सरसाइज. कीप योर कोर टाइट, लिफ्ट अप योर हिप एंड ब्रीथ आउट. Try this yourself. Do not overarch your back. Do not go too fast. Do it slowly. And tell me in the comment section, can you feel your core while doing this?
Imagine the country you live in being hit by less and less fertile soil, making crop growing increasingly difficult.
Sandstorm conditions prevail in the Indian capital, and now there are fears of early desertification of the region.
This is 45 to 60 years is what we have agricultural soil. We are calling this as soil extinction. You have heard of dinosaurs going extinct, you have heard of dodos going extinct, but this is soil extinction is what we are looking at. The real problem is soil extinction because in the last 30 years, 80% of the biomass insects have disappeared from the planet. 80%. This is a suicide. This is a real suicide.
So in 45 years' time or 50 years' time, there will be serious food crisis on the planet, it's inevitable. When food crisis comes, well, whoever has the biggest guns will come and take the food. And the chaos and the suffering that we will create for populations around the world is unimaginable. So what are we going to do? So it's very, very important that soil becomes the focus, because if you put 1/3 to 40% of the land, especially in the tropical world, under tree shade, your climate change could be easily reversed. As a part of this, we are unfolding a movement called Conscious Planet to bring maximum number of people.